Hi, I'm Heather Parish, and I am TNE. There's a lot of different things that are very special about Fresno Theater. I think Fresno Theater is growing very rapidly, but it's growing on the backs of real grassroots movements. These are people who live here and work here, who are trying to grow this aspect of our cultural arts. We are a big city, and big cities have a lot of theater and have a lot of different types of theater. So I like that you can go to any different company in Fresno and have a different experience. There's really no two companies alike. I think the most successful thing about TNE is the fact that we have a very specific point of view and that we've really managed to craft that. My most memorable experience at TNE, honestly, I think it's our first show, was Turn of the Screw. I felt like we had something really fresh happening and people seemed to be very interested in it. I didn't expect it to go as well as it did. I didn't expect to have full houses. I expected it to be this tiny little show, and it turned into a much bigger thing than I expected it to. My most challenging experience at TNE is definitely Hamlet. It was a huge show. It had more people than I had ever directed in that tiny, tiny little space. But I think that we've had a lot of comparably successful plays. Pillow Man really put us on the map. I think in a lot of ways Copenhagen was the most successful in terms of overcoming the challenge. It was so science heavy. It was a very difficult structure of a play to figure out, and I think that the art that those three actors managed to achieve was very singular. The best production that I think I've seen in Fresno, outside of my own, of course, Light in the Piazza, Stageworks Fresno. If money wasn't a limitation, I think I would put In the Next Room or the Vibrator play on my season next year. I think I would like to tackle a Greek. My theatrical inspiration as a director are Anne Bogart and Diane Paulus. As a company for TNE, the Flea Theater in New York City. Locally, I'm inspired by my ensemble members all the time. My favorite TV show, Slings and Arrows. Okay, I have to admit it on camera. My favorite movie is actually Rocky. I'm obsessed with the Rocky series. I don't know how to explain it to anybody. I cry. First Rocky is my favorite, obviously, because they get weird after that. They jump the shark. It does not matter. The construction of a Rocky movie is the perfect construction for an inspirational film. My favorite color is blue. My favorite time of day is dusk. I'm kind of an impressionist girl. I can fall into a Monet when I'm seeing an actual Monet. Not so much with the posters. My standard in most dive bars is a Jack and Coke. My favorite play. What is my favorite play? There's too many! My favorite Greek is Lysistrata. My favorite Wild is The Importance of Being Earnest. Probably Hedda Gabler. The Pillowman. I was lucky that I got to do that one. In terms of the Shakespeare, I am going to say The Merchant of Venice. I am going to say The Merchant of Venice. I think that there's a lot of difficult things wrestled in there. Maybe not for the reasons that they're intended to be there, but they're there. I don't care for Neil LaBute. Maybe, I like to consider myself a realist, but he's a little too realistic for me. My favorite hero or heroine in literature, I guess I have to go back over the Jane Austen classics, Elizabeth Bennet, Jo March, Anne of Green Gables. Oh, yeah, Laura Ingalls Wilder, since I was a child. Stage actors, Fiona Shaw. Amazing, amazing work that woman does. I tend to like the older classic women, Judi Dench, Maggie Smith. Young actors are really great for the energy that they bring to it and the verve, but the ability to just convey 5 different things in one look tends to come with older actors. I love to give both actors and audiences a unique experience, and I'm really committed to giving people really moving and intellectually interesting cultural arts, and I see a lot of good that happens from it. I see a lot of people being able to talk about things afterwards that they never really knew ideas that they enjoyed thinking about.